You know, New York's got the most beautiful women in the world because, you know, all the most beautiful women in the world leave their ugly people states and they come here. And so we got the most beautiful women in the world. It's like no reason being beautiful in Nebraska. You know what I mean? It's waste. That's a waste. You know, you're dealing with beautiful woman ego, which is, you know, powerful thing. And, but we're talking, we're vibing. And she goes, you know, if you play your cards right, you could come back to my house. And I was like, all right. I was trying to play it cool, you know. I was like, all right, well, where do you live? You know. She was like, Staten Island. I fold. I'm not gonna take a boat to get some pussy. That's not gonna happen. What the hell do I look like on the front of the Staten Island ferry, like a conquistador and shit? I think I see land. Pussy awaits me there. I'm just kidding. I took that boat. I went.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here in New York. I tell you, there's so many beautiful women in this city. You know what I mean? Tell you, yeah. Every time I'm on the subway, I fall in love. I'm like, oh, there's my wife. Oh, she's getting off. All right, there's the woman. That's a man. There are so many beautiful people. Life's a little easier for the beautiful people, too. Can we admit that? Think about it. If a stranger smiles at you and they're attractive, you think, oh, they're nice. But if the stranger's ugly, you're like, what the hell do they want? Get away from me. What are you, in a cult? Get out of here. Sometimes beauty's distracting, too. Like Halle Berry, she is so beautiful. But whenever she's in a movie, I find it hard to follow the plot. Like when she was in Monsters Ball playing that poverty-stricken woman, the entire time I was watching the movie, I was like, well, why doesn't she just become a model? You know, beauty definitely affects you. You ever hang around one beautiful person, it almost makes you feel better. But if you hang around three, you're like, I don't think God even tried on me. But it goes the other way, too. You ever hang around three unattractive people? You're like, I'm a stud. I'm going to go and do an underwear ad. And if someone's beautiful in this country, we're amazed if they can do anything else. It's like, not only is she beautiful, she knows how to read. Ooh, she's a reader, a double threat. We worship beauty in this country. If you don't believe me, check out a British television show. You ever watch the BBC? Your first impression is, where they got all these ugly people? These are the people that got the acting jobs? I feel like I'm watching an Orville Redenbacher commercial. Think about it. You ever watch a music video and the lead singer is not attractive? Aren't you kind of surprised? You're like, wow, they must be talented. Because they're nothing to look at. And we care more about looks than we used to, because our presidents have gotten a whole hell of a lot better looking since, like, Taft. I mean, pull out a dollar bill. Would you really feel comfortable voting for someone that looks like George Washington? He looks like he runs a meth lab. I'm not voting for the guy with wood teeth. We're superficial. Remember when the Cold War was ending and Gorbachev was dismantling the Soviet Union? The world was stunned. But everyone in America, we were like, yeah, he's got that red splotch right here. Everyone's like, he's getting rid of nuclear war. Can he cover that up? Because it's distracting. I think it's interesting how our views on beauty change, too. You know, can you imagine if Mona Lisa went into a modeling agency today? You'd be like, oh, we're not looking for a janitor. It's in our language, too. When things are going to go bad, we say things are going to get ugly. How are ugly people supposed to respond to this? Huh? Doesn't affect me. We interview beautiful people, too. I love when they interview the supermodels, because the models are always like, when I was in high school, I went through an awkward period. Are we supposed to feel sorry for them? That's like going up to somebody from a starving country and being like, yeah, I know how you feel. When I was in college, I skipped lunch twice. I got to go to Burger King now. You ever go to one of those fancy restaurants where the whole wait staff's really attractive? Like you're supposed to think, oh, this must be a good restaurant. Our waiter could be a model. You think it would be the other way around. Oh, the food must be great here. Our waiter's fat as hell.
Everything about Canada sucks.
Really?
In terms of art.
Entertainment? Yeah.
Like all the entertainers leave, and most of them don't want to go. Most of them are mad because they weren't recognized in Canada. You know, they had to come to the States. But so we didn't. Anyways, we didn't have movies or TV to do.
Yeah.
And so we just did stand up, and we thought that's all there was just going, which was fun, like just being stand ups and going around the country doing stand up. And then when I got to LA, I was like, holy fuck, is everybody's handsome? Like I didn't, because we weren't handsome. We were just
well, comics weren't supposed to be handsome.
No.
Louis C.K. once said that to me, like furious at some point when Jay Moore first started doing comedy, like right when Jay Moore showed up on the scene. And this is not meant to piss off Jay Moore in any way. You know, Louis was aggravated because he's like, it wasn't for that. He's good looking. You know, I just want to do Letterman before I'm fat and bald.
No, it is very true. Handsome. I used to really have problems with handsome people, like Friends, you know, would bother me so much. I watched Friends and then I said, fuck, these are the funniest, super handsome people ever. I'll give that to them, you know what I mean?
Who are your guys?
It's probably harder if you're so fucking handsome.
Well, yeah, because people expect you to have your shit together. So I think that's the hardest sell for handsome people. It's like, my life is fucked up. It's like, look at you. How is that possible, you fuck? Really, is your life bad? You've got all your hair, asshole. Hard to be a sympathetic character when you're really attractive.
I'm sick of good-looking people, beautiful people, gorgeous people. I'm done with you, men and women. You know, I went on a date with this girl once. She was so pretty, beautiful, but she had nothing to say. She was boring. She had no personality. And I checked out at one point, and she goes, "Look, I can tell you don't like me. You just want to sleep with me." And I was like, "Well, yeah, but that's your fault." And she was like, "Fuck you. I'm more just a pretty face." I'm like, "But that's all you worked on. Hours on your hair, makeup, outfit. Get a fucking knock-knock joke together." I don't get these good-looking people. They spend 100% of their time on their looks, 0 on their personality. You just assume that part's amazing. Why wouldn't you have to work on that too? Give it 80-20, 80-20. Go to the gym all day, put makeup on, then watch half a documentary. Half. Like, I know I'm not a hot guy. Before a date, I'm writing jokes in my hand, limericks, anecdotes. I'm bringing it, baby. I'm tap dancing out there, you know? Like if a girl told me, "Mark, you're funny, but you're not that hot," I'd be like, "I know. That's why I'm funny."
And the older I've gotten, I realize somewhere along the line, I don't like beautiful women. Obviously, they're fun to look at. Obviously, my wife is fucking gorgeous. I think she's gorgeous. But generally speaking, I don't like beautiful women. I just don't like them. And it's for a very simple reason. They're fucking rude. They're just fucking rude. They just don't have just common politeness. I guess on some level, because if they're even remotely polite, maybe a guy's like, "Oh, she wants it," and then they can't get rid of them. But they're just fucking rude. I can't tell you the amount of fucking times at the end of my shows, right? Someone will come back. Some guy will come back. You know, a couple of guys, and they got 3 or 4 beautiful women with them, whatever, and they come back to say thank you for the show. And the fucking women, I swear to God, they're always bored. Never say thank you. And I always end up feeling like I always want to be like, why didn't you two guys just come back here and they obviously, didn't enjoy the show, or they're upset that they didn't get to meet Oprah. I don't know what. I mean, this is all I got. I'm a bald, redheaded who dances, jumps around like a fucking monkey. What more do you want from me? I swear to God, they come back. They don't even say thanks, even if you didn't like the show, right? Okay, like say I went to one of their fucking shows, some fashion show where they walk down the fucking runway like they're all pissed off. You know, I don't know why. God knows they haven't bought a drink in their whole fucking life. I don't know what they're so fucking mad about. Even if I didn't enjoy the show, even if I thought what they were wearing was ridiculous, when I went back, I would be nice enough to be like, "Hey, yeah, I like the way when you walk, how your legs cross over in front of you. You did a heck of a job, you didn't You didn't fall over in those shoes. I could never do that. I would at least have the common decency to say that, or I wouldn't go back there. Bored shitless. Bored shitless, which I don't know. I always fight the urge to be like, what do you do? What the fuck do you do other than sit there looking amazing? What the fuck do you just sit there? How many times a day does a beautiful woman sigh just out of boredom? You know what I mean? I just feel like you could take them to an SNL taping and they would be excited until, like, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of it, you know, when the sketch wasn't about them, they would just start to get upset. This is really bad. I shouldn't say they're all like that, but just generally speaking. I don't know. That's just something that happened to me recently. It just struck me as funny, and I called up Nia afterwards, and I was just going off on it, and she was laughing her ass off. I go, why are they so fucking rude? I just don't understand it. Go hang out with some beautiful people. I'm sorry I'm ugly. Jesus Christ, what the fuck do you want from me? I didn't ask you to come back here. I just kept thinking of that Richard Pryor bit. When he went to the fucking White House, they invited him to the White House, and then they treated him like shit. And his wife's trying to calm him down. He's in the back room. And he's just like, I didn't ask to come to this motherfucker. That was one of my favorite lines he ever had. I didn't ask to come to this motherfucker.